The 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan 650 is finally here, and it's everything the adventure motorcycle community has been waiting for. Long rumored, deeply speculated, and now fully revealed. This isn't just a bigger Himalayan, it's a redefinition of what Royal Enfield is offering to the mid-weight adventure touring segment, and it's a direct answer to what riders have been asking for since the launch of the original 411. With its blend of old-school ruggedness and modern-day performance, the new Himalayan 650 feels poised to challenge the dominance of more established names like the Yamaha Tenere 700, KTM 790 Adventure, and even the Triumph Scrambler 900. But the question remains, does the Himalayan 650 live up to the hype? Is it truly an evolution, or just a scaled-up version of the older platform? Today on Two Wheel Trends, we're going to give you the deepest, most detailed breakdown of the all-new 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan 650. From its rugged front end to its powerful engine and trail-ready performance, we're dissecting every angle of this bike so you'll know exactly what you're getting if you're considering adding this machine to your garage. From the moment you stand in front of the 2025 Himalayan 650, the upgrades are clear. Royal Enfield hasn't just bolted a new engine into the existing 411 chassis. They've gone back to the drawing board. The front end is taller, broader, and gives off a more aggressive posture than the previous generation. The signature round LED headlamp now comes with the DRL ring and adaptive cornering function on the top-spec variant. Above it sits a redesigned windscreen that's now adjustable in 4 steps, making it more touring-friendly and versatile for different rider heights. The windscreen flows into a taller, sharper beak that feels more Dakar-inspired than ever before. On either side of the headlamp, you'll find vertically stacked LED indicators, reinforcing the bike's modernity. The fork gaiters remain, giving a nod to the old-school rugged Himalayan aesthetic, but they now cover beefier USD forks, a huge leap in both looks and performance. The 21-inch front wheel is shod with dual-purpose tubeless tires, and for the first time, the Himalayan 650 gets cross-spoke rims compatible with tubeless tires, which is a godsend for off-road riders. Mounted above the front fender are newly designed frame guards and brackets for optional auxiliary lighting or pannier racks. There's a pronounced, almost muscular aesthetic that the front end of the Himalayan 650 carries, one that announces its serious adverb intentions before you've even thumbed the starter. Moving to the side profile, the 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan 650 stands tall and long, emphasizing its go-anywhere design. The chassis is completely new, and it's now a split cradle steel frame designed for both strength and flexibility under off-road conditions. You'll immediately notice the increased ground clearance, now rated at 230 mm, a massive bump over the previous generation, enabling the 650 to tackle boulders, river crossings, and deep trails without worry. The tank design is fresh, sculpted, and slightly more angular than before, with deep recesses that allow better grip for your knees when standing on the pegs. The fuel tank capacity has been increased to 20 liters, giving it an extended range ideal for touring, especially in remote terrain. The Himalayan 650 also gets a more substantial bash plate, now made of aluminum, and it spans a wider area under the engine to protect against rocks and debris. The midsection of the bike features new side panels that are modular, designed to be removed or replaced easily, making customization easier for long-term owners. The seat is now a split setup with increased cushioning and better contouring, clearly designed with long hours in the saddle in mind. And yes, it's still a relatively narrow seat, keeping the bike slim for better off-road handling. The subframe is now bolt-on, a much-appreciated change that not only improves serviceability but also helps in aftermarket customizations like top boxes and soft panniers. The exhaust is a new high-mounted unit, but the twin-pipe design remains similar to the Interceptor and Continental GT 650. However, its placement has been optimized for ground clearance and water-wading ability. Above all, the side profile of this motorcycle captures the essence of a classic adverb bike: functional, minimal, but with a visual authority that makes it impossible to mistake it for anything else. At the rear, the Himalayan 650 keeps things purposeful. The tail section is slim and neatly integrated with the new LED tail lamp and clear lens indicators. The rear fender is shorter, and there's a reinforced tail rack capable of holding up to 7 kilograms of luggage without any additional support. The grab rails have been redesigned for better ergonomics and mounting compatibility. The 17-inch rear wheel is matched with a wider dual-purpose tubeless tire, offering more confidence on tarmac and loose surfaces. The rear monoshock has been upgraded too, with increased travel and preload adjustability to better suit varied terrain and different rider luggage setups. The brake light is bright and responsive, flanked by turn signals that double up as hazard indicators. The overall layout at the rear emphasizes clean lines and utility. The placement of the rear number plate and mudguard is higher to improve clearance. It's clear that Royal Enfield focused not just on aesthetics but functionality. This tail section is ready to take the beating of backcountry trails without falling apart or rattling to bits. The new side luggage stays, now offered as factory accessories, bolt directly onto the subframe and hug the profile of the bike closely, ensuring that loaded panniers won't unbalance the motorcycle during off-road jaunts. Every angle from the rear screams balance, practicality, and a sense of being ready for serious action. Underneath all the visual upgrades lies the heart of the beast, of the new 648cc parallel twin engine derived from the same platform that powers the Interceptor 650 and Continental GT. However, this is not a straight lift. Royal Enfield has retuned the engine specifically for adventure and dual sport usage. The power is now rated at 48 horsepower and 52 Nm of torque. But more importantly, the torque comes in much lower in the rev range. The engine is tuned for grunt rather than top-end speed, and that makes all the difference when you're riding up steep inclines or dealing with mud, sand, and rocks. The air oil cooling setup has been revised with an additional oil cooler to maintain temperature in slow, technical off-road conditions. The 6-speed gearbox gets revised gear ratios, with a shorter first and second gear for better crawling capability and a tall sixth for relaxed highway cruising. The clutch is now a slip-and-desist unit, making clutch pull lighter and gear shifts smoother. The Himalayan 650 also gets a new ride-by-wire throttle system for more precise throttle inputs, especially useful during low-speed technical maneuvers. The exhaust note has a deeper rumble compared to the Interceptor, tuned for a more adverb-like growl, which sounds absolutely addictive when you're on the throttle over an open trail. Performance-wise, the Himalayan 650 takes things up several notches. On the road, the bike feels far more refined than any Royal Enfield before it. The suspension, with 43mm USD forks up front and a linkage-type rear monoshock, offers excellent compliance on bad roads while maintaining composure during high-speed cornering. On broken terrain, the bike soaks up rocks and undulations without transferring harsh feedback to the rider. The 21 17-inch wheel combination gives it authentic off-road geometry, and the long travel suspension with 200mm front and 180mm rear travel means it's more than capable of keeping up with KTM and Yamaha in the dirt. The dual-channel ABS system is switchable at the rear, letting you lock the wheel for better off-road control. Royal Enfield has also added selectable ride modes: road, rain, and off-road, each adjusting throttle response and ABS sensitivity. While it's not as technologically advanced as some of the bigger adverb bikes with traction control and cornering ABS, the simplicity is appreciated by purists who want fewer electronic interventions. The weight has been managed well at 215 kilograms dry, which is heavy but manageable thanks to good weight distribution and a narrow waist that allows riders to flat-foot it. On highways, the Himalayan 650 cruises at 120 km per hour effortlessly with plenty left in reserve. The engine is smooth, vibrations are minimal, and the new seat undergoes make it suitable for all-day rides. Off the road, it feels surprisingly nimble. It doesn't leap like a dirt bike, but it doesn't lumber like a heavyweight tourer either. It's that rare adverb sweet spot, a motorcycle that's equally happy munching miles on tarmac as it is charging up rocky hill climbs. As for pricing, Royal Enfield has made the Himalayan 650 a truly value-packed proposition. In international markets like the UK and Europe, it's expected to start around £6,999, while in India, the expected ex-showroom price is around £14.49 lakh. That's a seriously aggressive price point when compared to the KTM 390 Adventure, Yamaha Tenere 700, or the Triumph Scrambler 400X. For what you're getting: a twin-cylinder power, long travel suspension, ride modes, spoke tubeless wheels, LED lighting, and updated instrumentation. It feels like an unbeatable deal. There are 3 trims available at launch: Base, Adventure, and Explorer. The base trim comes with the essentials and is ideal for DIY adventurers. The Adventure trim adds panoramics, taller windscreen, sump guard, and USB charging ports. The top-end Explorer trim gets everything, including Bluetooth navigation, tripod, ride modes, and auxiliary lighting. Every variant feels well built, and the quality control has visibly improved from previous generations. The bike is also backed by a 3-year unlimited mileage warranty with optional extended service packages. For budget-conscious riders who want a twin-cylinder adventure bike without breaking the bank, the Himalayan 650 is arguably the best option on the market today. At the end of the day, the 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan 650 represents a massive leap forward for Royal Enfield's adventure segment. It's no longer a niche, underpowered bike meant just for loyalists or casual explorers. It's now a true blue adverb motorcycle that can stand shoulder to shoulder with giants in the category, and do it with a uniquely Royal Enfield flavor. It brings together all the core elements that matter: a powerful and tractable engine, solid suspension, functional design, and a price that undercuts the competition. Whether you're planning to cross countries, take on the Himalayas, or just want a bike that can tackle your city commute with occasional weekend adventures, this is a machine that will reward you mile after mile. It's rugged, versatile, beautifully styled, and most importantly, honest. Royal Enfield has stayed true to its roots while delivering a modern machine ready for the global stage. For us here at Two Wheel Trends, the 2025 Royal Enfield Himalayan 650 isn't just a new motorcycle, it's a signal that Royal Enfield is ready to compete, not just copy. And for riders around the world, that's a very good thing.